One of the things that people often say that I hear a lot is that they always say, this person ghosts me. Why did they ghost me? Is that the new thing? Why? I mean, I am a human being. I do have feelings. I'm responsible. I'm handsome. I'm beautiful. Why did they ghost me? We have to stop saying that somebody ghosted us or somebody left us behind. Because to be honest with you, they didn't walk away. They sank. We think that because the person left us, that there's something wrong with us, that there's something innately wrong with us, which is far from the truth. Some people can't handle your new growth. They can't handle you evolving. Some people look at that experience, your new experiences, your new growth, as rejection. So while you're growing and while you're elevating and while you're becoming a better you, oftentimes that requires some distancing. Oftentimes that requires some shedding skin. Oftentimes that requires being inconvenienced. And unfortunately, some of the people that you were dating, they felt inconvenience. Why? Because they didn't want to give you space to grow. See, the one thing about growth is that growth disrupts familiarity. What do I mean by that? What are you saying, Cook? Because some people really get so familiar with you that they become addicted to your emotional patterns. Yeah, they become addicted to your frequency. They feel comfortable when they know where you are. They know your habits. They know what you're doing. They know your vibrations. Yeah. And when you don't become an emotional playground, if you no longer become the emotional playground that they are used to, that they were comfortable in, then they start making a plan to ghost you. You start speaking peace when they only spoke panic. You start speaking happiness and joy when their love language or when their second language is sadness and depression. We have to stop using the low-level language of someone ghosting us. It just doesn't look pretty. No. People remove themselves from our presence. And to be honest with you, sometimes people remove themselves from our presence because of our elevation. Sometimes your elevation, where you're going at in life, what your desires are in life, it triggers a person's insecurity. Yeah, because why? Because they were trying to love you from a lower level of emotional bandwidth. Yeah, you know how you have Wi-Fi? And they were trying to love you from a low Wi-Fi level. Yeah, so when you started really trying to communicate with them, they considered that arguing. When you began to have questions or when you wanted to have a decent dialogue with them, they said you're trying to control them. When you ask for consistency, that's when they disappear. So we gotta stop looking at ourselves as somebody left us for a particular reason. We did something. No, that's far from the truth. Like you can't beat yourself up continually walking through life thinking that this person ghosts you, that person ghosts you. No. The minute your light begins to start shining, it's not that you're blinding people so much with your light. It's just that you're exposing their shallowness or you're exposing their darkness. And so what happens is that they become like the proverbial ostrich and they go stick their head in the ground. They just go back to the place where they're most comfortable functioning in. And so when they leave, They didn't leave because you did something per se. No, they just wanted to go back to the level that they are used to function. They want to go back to the caliber of people that's not on your level. They wanted to go back down to the dungeon and hang out with those folks. Yeah, because they were comfortable hanging out with. Yeah, so we have to refrain from saying they ghosted me or they abandoned me. Stop calling it abandonment. Nobody abandoned you. Nobody ghosted you. No, they just removed themselves and went back to the basement from whence they came. Yeah, you know, it's when people can't match your growth, they point weapons at your peace. When they try to infringe on your peace. Yeah. So we can't get in the mindset of, where was I lacking? No. People, some people are so comfortable in functioning at a low altitude. Yeah. They become allergic to a higher altitude. And you have to understand, some people love you when you're shrinking because they thrive off of you not knowing your worth. There is a thing called being afraid of heights. And the higher you go, you look like a skyscraper to them. Yeah, baby. So it's not that you got left behind. It's not that you got ghosted. It's just that you graduated on becoming a better version of you. Yeah. So go, knowing and feeling good about that you're becoming a better version, that your peace is still intact, that your joy is intact. But always know this: everybody doesn't want to see you find your self-worth. Everybody doesn't want to see you at the next level. People don't even want you to come in contact with knowing your actual worth. Why? Because they want to control who you are. And they want to feel comfortable keeping you on the level where you're at. Yeah. So no, stop using the word being ghost. Stop using the word being abandonment. Stop using the word they left. No. Refrain from using it because you're better than that. If this video has been a blessing to you, please like, comment, and subscribe. It's free. Share this with as many people as possible. Until next time, stop using that word ghost. You're better than that. And drive on and do good.